Hello and welcome back to the Entertainment Vortex and our new episode of our playthrough of Dauntless. Today is actually a very special episode because ChronoGG has been kind enough to let us know that today, the 28th of February, the day this video launches, they are going to be doing a sale where they have the Slayer Tier Founders Pack half off. So if you've been batting around the idea of grabbing this game and hadn't quite done it yet, now is definitely the time. So you want to follow our link, which is chrono.gg/vortex. We will, of course, have a link in the description for that. They were kind enough to give us a link to help us out while we were helping them out. This is absolutely the time to get you guys into the game if you're not in already. So in the Slayer tier pack, which is normally 40, but it's on sale, like I said, for 20. You're going to get closed beta access right away, so it'll get you into the game with us so you can start playing right now. It gives you 90 days of championship status or champion status, which is you get more materials when you kill behemoths, so you can catch up to everybody quicker and get your gear made faster. It gives you a Slayer package, which is like care pack with some potions and consumables to get you a jump start. You get your in-game title and your forum icon and the Founder's Flare. This is a great starting point for the game and get you in, play some closed beta, and jump in right away. So just follow chrono.gg/vortex and grab the game. It's only going to be from 9 a.m. Pacific on the 28th till 9 a.m. Pacific the following day. So don't miss out. You don't want to miss out on this one. So today we are going to hunt a Quillshot. I don't believe I've actually fought one of these yet, so this is going to be new for me. I will show the new armor here, since as some of you might have noticed, I was not actually wearing it in the last episode like I thought I was. But I like the wings on my face. What do you think, man? It's not as cool as that axe you got on, but I like the wings on the face.
That looks pretty slick, I have to say.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Give everybody you actually look like you're wearing armor now.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing armor now. Although I do feel better that I only went down once in the last fight, since I actually wasn't wearing the better armor, so I feel better about that. Let's see. So
going back to the special, one of the things I wanted to throw out there too is that, you know, if anybody has been on the fence about it, you know, now is the perfect time to do it, because me and Hikaru were talking off camera, and one of the great things that you can do with that pack is that you can always get in for the $20. But if later down the road you want to upgrade that pack, you can use that as like $20 off any other, you know, package that you want to upgrade to. So that's one of those things you can kind of use as a jumping point to kind of get into some of the higher packs if you want.
Yeah, that's a good point, because what it's going to do is it's going to treat it as if you paid the full $40 for the pack. So, for example, if you were to upgrade from the base pack to the $100 pack, you wouldn't pay the difference between 20 and 100. You would only pay the $60 as if you paid the 40. So this is a discount all around, no matter which tier you are planning on getting into. I would highly suggest doing this. And then while he was talking, I jumped into a hunt, not realizing that Gallows and I were not in a party yet. So we are now, and I believe you are the leader. So if you can fire up.
I'm going to promote you to the party so you can get which quest you need.
Cool.
So.
I got promoted. So we're going after a Quillshot. Very cool. We'll see if we get any helpers on this one. Should be a little easier now that I have upgraded armor, and it's actually real this time. Yeah, I was excited when chrono.gg messaged us about that, because one, I want as many people playing this game as possible because it is amazing and the developers deserve it. And two, because, hey man, that's a great deal if you guys wanted to play this game. Half off is always a good deal. And don't forget, they have a new game every day at 9 a.m. So even when the Dauntless deal is done today, check out what they got tomorrow, and you know, you never know. You could get a game you were wanting at like 60–70% off. I picked up a number of games from there. There's some definite good deals.
Definitely. Hey, before we launch this, I was going to ask one request from the viewers out there too. Is that we just recently switched over our voice server, so I am just curious out there in internet land if anybody notices a difference, if it's better, if it's worse. We didn't really have too much of a choice since our other server wasn't being supported anymore, but I am kind of curious how it's all working out. So any comments about the voice would be much appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. I know on my end it seems like the audio quality is better than what we were previously using, but I'd be curious to hear people that have been watching the episodes what they think. Absolutely. So this is going to be an interesting monster. I'm assuming that the name Quillshot that he shoots stuff out at you like spikes. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely. Wouldn't be a Quillshot if he wasn't shooting stuff at you.
Sounds fun to me. I like it.
He's one of the tougher monsters to fight because he really there's not really any tells on where those shots are going to go. It seems to be kind of targeted. So I have found, in my experience, if you use kind of just really non-traditional, kind of jerky movements, that it tends to be the best, because those quills seem like they'll track you if they know what direction you're going. You're not constantly changing, that they'll end up hitting you. So,
okay, so it kind of follows. If you're doing something that looks obvious, it kind of follows it. So
yeah,
it's over this way. I accidentally used the ability. I guess we needed to know anyway. So my lantern kind of guides me in the direction of where they are.
That is the standard lantern ability. That means you do not have one of the cells that offer you anything else in it. So, oh wow, he's right by us. Wow, you weren't kidding.
Right here. Yeah, I haven't done the upgrade of the lantern. I'm hoping to do that this episode, actually. So, is it just like the gear, where you just fight a monster and use the materials to make their lantern? Is that how it works?
We can go into that afterwards, but it's the crafting is similar, but the cell placements are what we can kind of go over maybe at the end of this hunt.
Cool, that'd be fantastic. I will learn along with the audience. I do not know what to expect, so I'm going to be skittish. Oh, that was cool looking. I like that he's got like a blue snow thing going on. I actually didn't see that coming. Does he always look like that? Or does he change with the environment?
Oh, he will, when he enrages, he'll change colors on us.
Oh, very cool. Oh, I saw that hip check a mile away. Wow. It's interesting, he like shoots them up and they come down. That's a neat concept. I like it. Oh. Didn't see that hip check. Halo, what for here? Got one bullet loaded. Good stuff. Doesn't seem to be a knockback on every one of the Quillshots, though. The ones they fall. I just took a hit.
Not yet, anyways.
Oh, does it get worse?
When he gets enraged, it gets worse.
I just saw his torso going up and down like he was having a seizure. I was worried about him for a moment. There we go. I assume you can break the quills. I think we just did, actually.
Yep.
Oh, I did not see that coming. Okay. Get a grasp on his patterns here.
Wow, that was wide.
Yeah, I'm having trouble judging his movements here.
You can't stay in long on this guy, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, it's oh jeez, it's feeling erratic. Which, I mean, I guess that's... Oh, here we go. Oh, jeez.
Well, it'll take him out of something.
He's the definition of a stick and move kind of guy. Wow, he is just firing these all over me. He senses the weak link.
You saw that shiny new armor you got.
There it is, there it is. He's all, the last guy said he didn't have it on, so it must be new. Oh, man. Darn it. Where's the fissure? It's over there. Yeah, I can safely get to the fissure without dying. That looks really cool from a distance. Okay, here I come. Even? Yep.
Yeah, he's taking off. So one pro tip here on the well here is that what I don't know if it's an exploit or if they're aware of it, but it seems to be the last time that anybody like loots something or initiates this well. If everybody initiates it at the exact same time, you'll both get a drink off of it. So,
okay.
But it only works off the last one. So we'll try it here if we can both do it at the same time.
Okay.
Ready? So we'll go and then just keep going.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yep.
There we
go.
go.
Last one. Yeah, looks like we both got it. Cool.
I assume it's working as intended because it just seems to be kind of like you initiate it. The reses work similarly, where if two people go to res one guy, your threat will actually go down twice.
Oh, nice.
So it just seems to be kind of a standard thing that.
I wonder if that is intentional.
Yeah.
I would use my lantern, but I accidentally shot it off when I was trying to remember which button it was to fire. Where did he go? Let's go up to this cliff here. I don't see him. Do you see him?
Not yet.
You'll see on the right side of the screen, underneath the giant early access badge there is Patron, Style Hunter, and Champion. The Champion one is the one unlocked by the Slayer tier that you can get at the Chrono.gg sale. That is the one that makes it to where the monsters drop more goods, so you can make more weapons, stuff like that. Up, here he is. The Style Hunter has to do with, I believe they're called chroma cores.
That's your appearance, actually.
Yeah.
So
is that the chroma core stuff, the appearance?
No, it used to be. Now it's actually, there's actually a vendor where you can just constantly change your appearance. So you can add facial hair and change your look.
Very cool. I wonder if that'll affect the transmog system you're launching as well. But it's like there's two different boosts you can have active. The Style Hunter and the Champion boost. And then also, wow, I saw him flop on his side and I knew I was taking a shot from it. And then if you're Patron status, you get both. So Patron is like the subscription that unlocks both for the time you purchase. You get 90 days of Champion status when you pick up the Slayer tier. I mean, that alone is worth the Founder's Pack in my opinion. Cool. It's all about getting the pieces of the monster so you can make cool gear and finish more. man, that's got a wide spread. Oh, there goes his tail. It was like an octopus arm. Oh, no, no! Whew. The only tail I seem to be able to pick up is when he flops on his side. Get me that. Just about to charge the shot too. Oh no! I jumped. I'll pretend that's how it missed me. Oh, jeez.
He likes you.
He really likes me. You can't see I'm his biggest fan. I missed the strike. Oh, that's not good. It looks super cool with the red spikes and the glowing eyes.
Oh, he took me out. There we go.
Oh, is it down? Nice. That was your damage output, not mine. I was getting the hang of him towards the end, though. He's tricky. That's a tricky one. It doesn't. It was kind of like the last one, the Charog we did, where he'd shoot the flames out, and moving in a circle with the flames didn't feel quite like you think it would. It's the same kind of thing. His shot patterns, they don't feel quite like you think they would, which is good, because if it's easy to pick up his patterns, then that's no fun. So you need a challenge in there. I definitely felt he was
He's
challenging.
definitely a tricky one, and he hits like a truck.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was
quills,
pretty
he's
hard.
in rage. So
I like him though, super cool.
he makes some good stuff. I have to say, he makes some of the best gloves in the game. Him and his upgraded version, the Deadeye, they're what I'm wearing actually in tier 4, because they are some of the very few gloves that actually have 3 cell slots. So I choose to go for that, just for the cell slot alone. So yeah, he's definitely going to be one that the viewers out there, you'll probably be farming quite a bit of him. So
very cool. Very cool. I definitely feel in all the fights I've done in this game that the second fight with the monster would be quite a bit easier. Like you just kind of pick things up and get better naturally as you go, which, is half the fun. Oh, it looks like I got a core here. Style core Quillshot.
yeah. So these are what the loot boxes became. They did away with that. So now what they are is essentially they're these monster like kind of special items that you do when you get back from the hunt. If you fight them like 3 times, I believe, or maybe it's 3 or 5. Anyways, you get these like sigils. You can come over here to this guy over here, which is the appearance vendor that's next door to that smasher there. He has some crafting materials that you get from those sigils, from those cores out of there, and they're just, you know, some visualization things. You can put them on your banner. Sometimes they're different patterns. There's different actual flag materials and things like that. So it's just, you know, kind of reward you as you go. You can kind of throw your banner out there and show you that what monsters you've defeated.
Very cool. I was wondering how you got more banner pieces and such. That's very cool. Finished a quest.
Don't let your guard down.
So if you want, we can go over and try and put some of these cores in for you and give you a little more power.
Yeah, we were going to look at the lantern and all that stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Let's go over to the lantern vendor. See what you can make, and from there we can kind of go into just general equipment cells that you're going to be... you'll have initially, and then you'll unlock as your gear... as you start improving your gear, it unlocks more additional slots that you can put different cells in, and this is really where you can kind of customize your armor and your weapons to style of how you want to play.
Okay. So I'll start with the lantern guy.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
See what you got here.
Okay, let's see. Crafting. I need 10 ore to make any of them.
Okay.
I can make everyone. I can't make the Skarn one, but I can make that one. If I had 10 ore, I could do Charog, Nasher, Quillshot, or Shrike. Okay, so we're going to jump into this portion here because we went ahead and did another Quillshot fight off camera in order to get some tin. We found some tin during the hunt. That way I could make a lantern, and we can fully explain the lantern system to you, because not only was I curious for Gallows to explain the pieces I didn't know, but I'm sure you're curious as well. So as you can see, I did make the Shrike lantern, which has a couple of empty cell slots, so we're going to jump in and we're going to let Gallows explain the system. So I have 2 cell slots. I have a lantern ability and an armor cell utility. So go ahead and drill through this system here, Gallows.
Sure thing. Okay, so specific to the lantern, when you purchase your lantern, you purchase the Shrike one. It gives you a free cell, and they're all different depending upon which cell that you purchase or that you craft. And of course, it doesn't do a very good job explaining it in game, but this is again where I use the wiki, and you can go and it has full explanations on what you get. But you got the Shrike lantern, which gives you a stamina boost buff when you click your lantern ability. That is what you'll use in the lantern active ability. Again, it gives you for free, so you can either use it in this one or you can save it for later. And again, when you get other drops through your cores and such, you can also get other lantern abilities. Some are duplicated through you buying them, and some are just unique that you can pick up. But that active ability is specific to the lantern that you can plug in there. So I guess we can go ahead and infuse this to get you this lantern. Okay. And what's going to happen is when you charge up that lantern, either through collecting wisps or hitting the monster with your weapon, you're going to start charging that lantern up. And when it fills up completely, you can click the lantern, and then you're going to get a massive stamina boost, which will help you fight. You know, it'll help you gain your stamina back quickly, so you can roll, a lot more. You can do power attacks and things like that. So it's very useful. But there are other ones out there that will heal you or give you shields or things like that. So it's just really up to your style and what you're looking for and how you want to kind of craft your armor. The other slot will be a slot that all equipment has, as long as you start leveling it up. The lantern comes already fully decked out with a slot available, that utility slot, that you can plug in any cell that you end up picking up. It's just kind of a generic utility slot. And this is, again, where you can really min-max your armor to your playstyle. If you want even more additional stamina regain, you can put in, stamina regen. If you want to do more damage, there's just straight up raw damage on there. Some of it's elemental. There's a whole host of things, and some of the armors are very specific. Some of the cells, I should say, are very specific to the armor or to the weapon, and they may be specific to a type of armor, such as like a helmet. So it may be a cell slot just for the helmet that allows you to do certain buffs that you'll get. I know some of the really cool ones happen to be on boots, that your leg armor that you can slot in there for after you dodge certain attacks. You'll gain like movement buffs or additional damage on your next swing, stuff like that. And then some of it is very specific, even more so to like your weapon type. So when you go and start plugging these cells into your weapon, it may be specific to a hammer or may be specific to an axe. And you may get it and you may never use it, or you may say, hey, I want to save that for later when I want to try one of those other weapons. But some of them, like I said, are generic. Some of them are very specific, but you can see a full list of them if you click your I button or your inventory and you go to your cells within your inventory, and it's going to have a whole host of what you actually have there as far as cells go. And if you use the arrow key, it'll say generic, or it'll say axe or sword. And so you can just kind of scroll through there and see exactly what you have and what you may be looking for. There is a rarity system to them. So as harder monsters you fight, the more cores you open, there will be, like low level ones and higher level ones. And so you may want to save some of those really good ones you get for some higher end armor. But then again, they're pretty plentiful. So don't ever feel like you're wasting them or anything like that either, because you get quite a few, and it seems like you're getting better and better ones. So
very cool. And then also at the end, I don't know if you guys caught this. The idea, what he says is using them up, you might want to save them, is when you put it in order to actually get these abilities, I have to infuse. And by infusing, it's actually spending those cells. So I no longer have those cells. They're now locked to this item. And now the abilities are here. So say, for example, this lantern ability one, I could save it and put it in a different lantern I get later on, or I can spend it now to give it to this lantern. So I did the stamina ability, and then the second one I chose was a increase of max health by 20, which anybody that's watched the hunts lately knows that I need that. So that'll help out. So now those are infused. Those are part of it. Let's go back to my inventory like he was talking about a moment ago so we can check it out. So here's all the cells. There's quite a few in here.
Yeah, and there's been quite a bit of the community wanting the fact that you can pull these cells out and things like that. They haven't really specifically addressed it. It's of course in beta, so that could change for launch. But as of right now, it's just kind of either use it or save it. But there may be something comes along later down the road where you can pull those out, especially some of the high ones. Some of the really rare cells, they're pretty good. I mean, I have a cell that literally is called Cheat Death, and the first time I go down, it actually doesn't make me go down, and it technically heals me for 300. So stuff
awesome.
like that is pretty rare, but also in high demand. So if you end up using it early and then later down the road you're unable to find one, there's been some talk about having the ability to pull those out. So we'll see what happens on that front later down the road.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of other games that do it where, in like MMOs, where you can pull it out, but you got to pay to pull like it out of a slot.
There's been talk of that, yeah.
Yeah, I can see them doing like a really cheap microtransaction for something like that. That'd be a way for them to get money and not be too intrusive. I'd be okay with that personally, but we'll see what they do. I know they're looking for ways to make money that's not loot box, because they said they're not doing the loot box things, so that's good. This system is super cool, though. I'm impressed by it. I wasn't aware. I thought you just made another lantern, and then the lantern had whatever ability it had. But this whole slotting and having the cell to give yourself like a little customization and stats, that's super cool. I love it.
Yeah, and I have to say, I mean, you know, there's always that whole, you know, that real, it seems to be that everybody hates that pay-to-win, you know, model. And so this, if they did at least either in-game currency or even a microtransaction to where they'd allow that, I think that'd be okay, because it's something you actually earned and that you're just merely repurposing for something else.
Well, absolutely. I think that'd be very fair, yeah. There's lots of ways you can do microtransactions where it's not pay to win and it's fair, and it's just little piddly stuff that just adds up for the company. It'll let you, you know, help the company out, because it's going to be a free-to-play game when it releases.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that being said, if you want to get in on the founder level of this game while the founder packs are going, don't forget we've got that link, chrono.gg/vortex, where you can pick up a Slayer tier founders pack with immediate access to the closed beta for half price. Now that price is only going to be good today, February 28th, from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. the next day. So make sure you don't miss out on that. If this is a game you were looking to get in on, there is no better time than now. So link in the description. Take advantage of that. Of course, that helps us out as well as the game, and I definitely want to see this game succeed. So jump over there and take a look. As always, we have t-shirts available if you're interested. In the description down below is a link for that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's going to be a lot more Dauntless content coming, because I love this game, and so does Gallows. And we hope you'll follow us into the Vortex. We'll see you next time.